It's Ash from Super Videos back for another live stream Q&A video. This is going to be Q&A number 75 for Season 8, Episode 12 of The Walking Dead, which was called The Key, going into Episode 13, which is going to be this Sunday. So, as always, we're going to have our weekly Q&A, and we're going to talk about the events that we saw in the last episode, Episode 12, and also make some predictions about the next episode for what's going to happen. Now, if you watched my review, you know my thoughts about the last episode. I absolutely loved it, and I'm looking forward to the next episode because I think it's going to be an even better episode, so I'm really looking forward to that. So, that being said, I'm just going to basically wait for people to ask questions and we'll dive into the discussion. Johnny Gat says, hi. Hi, how are you? Hopefully this Q&A will have some more participation and some more people joining and asking some good questions, and hopefully we'll get some good discussion going in terms of, anticipating or predicting, speculating about the events that are going to be coming up, because obviously at this point with All Out War, we're at a point where we're going to see some iconic comic story arcs or parts of the story coming into the show, so that's going to be very interesting. Epic Zombie Killer, hello Ash, how's your day going? My day is going great. How about you? Giuseppe DeRosa, hey Ash, hey, how are you? If you watched my promo breakdown for the next episode, I am speculating, maybe it's a bold speculation, but I am speculating that we're going to see something very interesting with Henry, who's the kid from Kingdom, whose brother Benjamin got killed, and the saviors that are prisoners. I think that there's definitely something there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my promo breakdown, but I think there's something interesting going on there. I think that might be something that surprises a lot of people. For me, if I didn't see it in the promo, or I didn't kind of put it together in the promo, or the teaser, I wouldn't have known, and I would be surprised as well. But others who perhaps might not have seen that or known that, they will probably be surprised. Giuseppe DeRosa, hey Ash, I think Georgie is from the Commonwealth. I did a standalone video on that. I don't think so. I think that Georgie is just a way to remix the New Beginning. They're going to bring some parts of the New Beginning a bit earlier, like this, getting some hints about growing and the growth of the communities and things like that. And it's basically there to streamline that whole situation after the war. I don't think that she's from the Commonwealth. I think it's almost too easy for that to be the case. And I think it might even be categorized as lazy writing. So I don't think that she's from the Commonwealth. I did do a standalone video, like I said. Go check that out if you're interested in my full thoughts about that. Johnny Gat, so I'm hearing that Tobin is going to die this coming episode. Definitely possible. He is one of those background Alexandrians, now at Hilltop, who might die during this battle, because we are going to see a big battle at the Hilltop, so definitely possible. Epic Zombie Killer, Q&A, hey Ash, how is All Out War in the show is as great as it was in the comics? I like parts of what they're doing in the show, but overall, so far, I like All Out War in the comics better, because I think that the flow of it was a lot better, and it seemed like a lot was going on. In this show, it seems like there's something missing. It seems like they're just stretching out the story a little bit. At least that's what the first half felt like. The second half, a lot better. A lot has improved, definitely. Giuseppe DeRosa, so you think Georgie is just another group? I think that Georgie will probably come back into play next season with the new beginning, but I don't think that she's from a big community or anything like that. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A. Hey Ash, do you think the TV adaptation of All Out War is a disappointment? No, like I said, I like parts of it, but parts of it feel dry and dragged on for me. So I definitely love some parts. I think it's done better than the comic, but some other parts, definitely a disappointment. But I wouldn't say that the whole adaptation is a big disappointment because, like I said, there are parts that I definitely do enjoy. Giuseppe DeRosa, please don't spoil Johnny Gat. What was Johnny Gat's comment? Oh, about Tobin? Again, it could be a spoiler, but it's not out there. It's possible, definitely. But like you said, yeah, don't spoil. If it is a spoiler, don't spoil it for us. But again, I think that is a prediction, I would say, because it might happen. But if it's a spoiler, definitely don't bring it up in the comments or the live stream for sure. Thank you, Giuseppe DeRosa, for that comment. Giuseppe DeRosa, you should do more reviews. I do reviews for every episode. You mean do more reviews for other shows? Maybe, I might do that. I am doing reviews for spoiler things, if you didn't know. I did a review for the first season. I am planning to do a review for the second season that I just finished a couple weeks ago. And yeah, I will be doing reviews for every episode of Season 3 of Stranger Things as well. Giuseppe DeRosa, it would boost your channel. Yeah, hopefully. And the thing is, even the reviews that I'm doing for Walking Dead, episode per episode, the views are going down for whatever reason. It might be because I am putting it out a bit later because I have to do reactions, or I choose to do the reactions first. But at the same time, the views are lower, way lower than what they used to be when I did it before. Not sure why that might be, but something to keep in mind as well. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A. Hey Ash, overall, it's been 3 episodes since Karl died. Was it worth it? Interesting question. I don't see it yet. At least not yet. It did give us that very cool scene between Negan and Rick when they were talking over the walkie. But other than that, I wouldn't say it added anything else to the story. But again, at the end of the war, we might kind of reflect back on Karl's death a bit more, with a bit more context into why they might have done what they did. So we can basically make a decision or analyze it, not analyze, but talk about it then. Giuseppe DeRosa, you should do trailer reviews for movies. Trailer reviews for movies. Let's see. You mean reactions to trailers? Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but it's just not my thing. If you're talking about doing reactions to trailers and stuff, it's just not my thing. Johnny Gat, do you think Jadis is going to deal with Rick? No, I think she's going to make a deal with Negan first. And let Negan go. That's what I think. I think Negan is going to tell Jadis about his thoughts about Simon and that he didn't want Simon to do what he did, and make her this deal that he will bring Simon to her and get her to kill him or something like that. Jadis is known to make deals with people. She made a deal with the Saviors and Negan as well before. So it's not out there for us to predict that she's going to make this deal with Negan again. Giuseppe DeRosa, do you think Jadis will die? Sorry about that. So Giuseppe DeRosa. Wait, did I skip question? Giuseppe DeRosa, do you think Jadis will die? Yeah, I think she will die, but not yet. I think maybe it'll happen in the finale if it happens, but I definitely think she's going to die before season 9. Giuseppe DeRosa, who do you see being the last people alive? The last people alive in the entire show? Probably Rick, maybe Daryl, Carol, maybe. People like that, yeah. But that's a different kind of speculation because we don't know where the story is going to go. Whether they're going to stick with the comics, they're going to change things. And I am a believer that the Walking Dead's comic is going to end differently than the Walking Dead's show. The show will most likely end earlier, and it's going to have a different ending. So that's a different kind of question to answer at the moment. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A. Hey Ash, do you think it's possible Simon could die in the season finale? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Simon is definitely going to die in the finale for sure. Now, who is going to kill him? That's a question for another day. I've already talked about that a bit, even before, but yeah, he's definitely going to die in the finale. Johnny Gat, I think Aiden is good guy because he's connected to Maggie. Aiden, that's what his name was? I thought his name was Dylan for some reason. Yeah, if Aiden is the savior, that's the reasonable savior, then I do agree with you. She's probably going to live. But I don't think it's because of his connection to Maggie. I think it's just because we need reasonable saviors to live after the war. That's the only reason. Giuseppe DeRosa, do you think season 9 will be a more happier season, like we finally see our characters more happy than normal? I don't think we will ever have a happy season. I don't think that's going to happen. We're talking about Walking Dead, right? I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe initially, maybe the first couple episodes, it would feel a bit happier, but I don't think it'll fully be a happy season. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, hey Ash, who do you see dying in the season 8 finale? I am doing a standalone video on that. Stay tuned, but I don't think we're going to see big survivors die. We are going to see some big saviors die, but I don't think we're going to see some big survivors. So saviors, yes. Survivors, probably not. Because we just had Karl die. But I will do a standalone video, but just to give you a sneak peek of my thoughts, Simon from the Saviors, Jada's from Junkyard Community, Jared from the Savior side, then who else? Yeah, like you say, Tobin, like we talked about before, Tobin probably, maybe someone like, what was it? Yeah, maybe some background Kingdom members, or not Kingdom, Hilltop members, maybe background Alexandrians. But I don't think we're going to see any other big death in terms of the survivors. If we do get a big death again, I'm thinking more like maybe Carol. Morgan is most likely going to just cross over and not die. Cross over to Fear the Walking Dead and not die, but I don't think we're going to see any big deaths, to be honest. Giuseppe DeRosa, can you see this show going up to season 15? I've talked about that before. I think we will go to we will have a solid season 10 or 9 and 10, for sure, in my opinion. After that, we are going to see more seasons, but in terms of the quality, I don't think that the quality is going to be as high as it is right now. Even though the quality has gone down a little bit, but I still think that after season 10, the quality is going to go even lower than that. But I don't think that they're going to stop. AMC is not just going to stop Walking Dead. It's too big at this point for them to just cancel it. Giuseppe DeRosa, do you think Rick will ever die in the show? Probably. Not anytime soon, but probably. Giuseppe DeRosa, do you think we have seen a satisfying amount of zombies this season? I don't think we needed a lot of zombies this season. This season was all about war. I'm not saying that we shouldn't see any zombies, but at the same time, the concentration shouldn't be on the zombies. We might have even had a lot of walkers or zombies. Being at Alexandria was one instance where we did see a lot of walkers, but we might have seen more of that They just didn't show it on screen because they're not a big concentration this season. So I don't think that we need more walkers at this point for this season because we're concentrating on the war. If it was like No Way Out, obviously we need walkers. That's what this arc is. But I don't think we necessarily need a lot of walkers. I think that the amount we've seen is enough, I would say. But I'm not saying that if they show us more, I would say, why are we concentrating on zombies? No, I'm not saying that. But at the same time, I don't think we need it. Johnny Gat, will Dwight still be on Team Rick or go on Team Simon? He's probably going to stick to Team Rick, but he is going to still act as the double agent. This time with Simon and not Negan, but same thing. So he's just going to pretend like he is loyal to whoever's in charge. In this case, it's Simon at the moment. But I think that he's still going to act as the double agent. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A hash. Is it possible Gregory could die in Season 9? Season 9, yeah. Gregory is the goner in Season 9, most likely. They're building it up, right? They've been building it up ever since he was introduced. So that has to have some sort of ending, right? And Season 9 is most likely when that's going to be. Giuseppe DeRosa, in Season 9, do you think we could ever see the city again? We could, yeah, possible. But I don't think that we need to have like a standalone story arc for them to go to the city or anything like that. Giuseppe DeRosa, do you want The Walking Dead to focus more on the zombies? I think it depends what arc we're at. Again, No Way Out, yes. All Out War, no. The Whisper War, yes. And beyond that, depends on the arc again. So it just depends on the arc. I don't want to get into story arc from the comic that much because we're doing a TV show Q&A, but yeah. It depends. Like I said, it depends on the arc that we're at. Giuseppe DeRosa, do you think we'll ever see our group on the road again? Yeah, it's possible. Down the road. No pun intended there. But down the road, they will be on the road probably to do scavenging, to look for other communities, to look for other places, to travel between communities. And yeah, things like that. But from the comics, at this point in the story where we are, we do. So they will most likely do that in the show as well again. Giuseppe DeRosa, do you think... Oh, I just answered that. Epic Zombie Killer, Q&A. It's pretty safe to assume Season 6 is the zombie season. Yeah, I agree there. Season 6 and Season... I would say... Yeah, Season 4 to Season 6 has been the seasons we've seen the most amount of walkers, I would say. I think. That's what I think. In terms of volume of walkers. At one time. Because at the prison, we had a lot of walkers at the prison there. Then at Alexandria during No Way Out. And then even going to the other communities like the Kingdom. We had, or not the Kingdom, sorry. About, what was the other community? When they were at Terminus, we saw a lot of walkers there. When we were at Woodbury, we saw a lot of walkers there. So I think that Season 4, Season 5, and Season 6 has been the most zombie-centric seasons in terms of the volume of walkers. Giuseppe DeRosa, do you think Rick will grow his beard out again? I hope so. Because there's a very direct correlation between Rick's beard and his badassness and his savageness. The more beard, the more savage. So I hope that happens. Giuseppe DeRosa, which is the darkest season? That's a good question. Let me think. I would say Season 6. Because we did have No Way Out with Karl getting shot in the eye. We did have Negan's introduction. We did have the beginning of season 6 with everything that happened there in terms of the herd coming in. So I would say that season was the darkest season. Probably, yeah. Johnny Gat, the next couple of episodes. Oh, wait, what? The next couple of episodes are so confusing. What do you mean by that? Giuseppe DeRosa, do you think season 9 will be dark and more zombies focused? Yeah, for sure. With the introduction of the new villains in season 9, yes, very possible, very likely. PGN Vlogs, can I have a shout out? Yes, that's your shout out. PGN Vlogs says, answer. I just did. Epic Zombie Killer. Season 6 focused on zombies, whereas season 7 and 8 are focused on humans. Yes, definitely. Giuseppe DeRosa, which is your favorite Rick? Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8? Favorite Rick? Season 5. Season 5 has to be my favorite Rick season. Because he's the most savage, right? That's before they come to Alexandria, right? So we had a big beard from Rick and a savage Rick, to be honest. PGN Vlogs, do you think Rick will kill Negan with Lucille? No, I don't think so. I think they're going to follow with the comic material and have it end a bit differently. I'm not going to ruin it for those of you that don't know, but I don't think that it's going to be Rick killing Negan with Lucille. For one, Lucille is gone. It's burned to the ground. So it's not really a spoiler because Lucille doesn't exist anymore. Or we don't think it does. We don't know whether Negan still has her, but it's just burned up, or whether it's just gone. But PGN Vlog says, thanks. You're welcome. Giuseppe DeRosa, would you be shocked if Rick killed Negan? Yes, I would be. Very much. Well, yeah. I don't think they're going to do it, but if they do it, I will be very shocked, yeah. Johnny Gat, it's confusing because by the time Negan comes back to the Saviors, half of the Saviors will be dead. So it will be interesting. I don't think half of them will be dead. Even if the ones that are at the hilltop die, that's not even half of them. So, yeah, I don't think that half of them will die. I don't think everyone at the hilltop is going to die, first of all, but I don't think even if they do die, it's half of them. And I don't think that is confusing. Giuseppe DeRosa, do you think season 9... Wait. Do you think they should have killed Karl off the show? At this point, I don't see it. I don't see why they did it. It hasn't been justified for me. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A, hey Ash, is it just me or did Negan have more saviors in the comics? I think he did have more saviors. Maybe not that many more, but he did have a little bit more. Maybe a couple hundred, or yeah, he had like maybe 200 in the comics. In the show, he might have had like 150 or something like that. Giuseppe DeRosa, will Heath come back this season? If he does, he's going to have to do it in the next couple episodes. I don't think that... He might come back in the finale. I'll take that back. He might come back in the finale, but... Yeah, I just think that he should come back sooner or later because they don't want to push that to season 9. Giuseppe DeRosa, how many saviors are there? I don't know at this point in the show, but... Probably 150, like I said. Maybe they started with 150. Maybe at this point they have maybe around 80 to 90. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just making up numbers here. All right, we're like 26 minutes in. So that's basically the end of our live stream Q&A. I might push it for a few more minutes, but... Yeah, let's answer a few more questions because we got some more questions here. Johnny Gat, is Michonne the comic Andrea? Yeah, you can say that. Epic Zombie Killer, Q&A, Ash, is it possible Morales was based off Alan from the comics? Morales was based off of Alan from the comics. I don't remember an Alan from the comics. I don't remember. Could be. I don't know who that was. I don't remember at least. Giuseppe DeRosa, Season 9, Rick will be soft. Maybe more soft than we're used to, but not very soft. PG and Vlogs, what season do you like the best? Season 6 is my favorite season so far. Alright, that's it for this Q&A video, this live stream Q&A video. Thank you for watching, for those of you that are just watching, and thank you for those of you that participated and asked questions. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all of you asking questions and everything. And yeah, we'll be back for another live stream Q&A next Friday around the same time. But yeah, stay tuned for my reaction to the next episode on Sunday. It might be a bit late because I might not have time to watch it live, but I will definitely be doing a reaction, so stay tuned for that. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.